So we are starting with the introduction to the electrical and electronics lab EE. The code of this lab is ECE 153. Fine. And I'm Dr. Richa Sharma, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Punjab University, Patiala. So I will take your EE lab. This is the syllabus of experiments which we are performing in the lab, but due to pandemic COVID-19, we are not do the lab sessions, but we will teach you the theoretical part here in the online classes. So this is a list of experiments. इनमें से जो एक्सपेरिमेंट्स हम आपको थ्योरेटिकली बता पाएंगे तो वो हम यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर लेंगे, अदरवाइज जो हमारे प्रैक्टिकल्स होंगे वी विल ट्राई टू प्रोवाइड यू द डिटेल्स ऑफ दैट आल्सो इन द कमिंग लैब्स. Here I have taken all the three groups together, A1, A2 and A3, because this is the first lab, and in this lab I am telling you all the introductory part about the lab. Otherwise in future also we all teachers collaborate these labs so that your time भी आपका सेव हो और you will learn more. Fine. So I will provide you the syllabus copy of electrical and electronics lab in your Google Classroom. Next one is what we know about the electric circuits. We all are using the electrical equipments in our daily life. So many equipments we are using day by day. As you are using your mobiles, your laptops, you are sitting in your rooms, you are having the ACs, fans, lights, all is because of the electric circuits. The working of every equipment is the basic components are the electric circuits. Electric circuits basically क्या होते हैं? These are working on the एनर्जी कौन सी होती है? इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पे वो सारे वर्क करते हैं. सो इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट हमें पता होना चाहिए कि क्या होता है. सो दिस इज द डेफिनेशन. An electric circuit is a closed path for transmitting an electric current through the medium of electrical and magnetic fields. The flow of the electrons across the loop constitutes the electric current. Electrons enter the circuit through the source, which can be a battery or a generator. The source provides energy to the electrons by setting up an electric field, which provides the electromotive force. So basically जो current है that is flowing because of the flow of the electrons, and electrons are produced by the source is the battery or the generator, any power source. For example, you are having the mobile. आपका जब मोबाइल चार्ज होता है तभी वो चलता है. चार्ज मतलब देयर इज अ सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी जो उसको एनर्जी प्रोवाइड कर रहा है. जब आपके फोन की बैटरी लो हो जाती है तो that will not working. So किसी भी equipment को चलाने के लिए we need a source, and source provides the energy to that equipment for the working. This is the circuits which shows open circuit and closed circuit. Open circuit and closed circuit. The circuits are of two types, open or closed. Open circuit means that when the connection is not complete. Look into this diagram in which the bulb is on. We are having a cell and we are having the wires, connecting wires, and a bulb. Bulb is connecting to the battery through the wires. look into this, the circuit is complete. The arrows are showing the flow of the current. Okay? When the connection breaks, when any part of the connection is break, let's say here in the second picture, this connection is not complete, it means that the energy is not given to this bulb, and the bulb will not glow. So the complete circuit is called closed circuit. Open circuit means when there is disconnection in the disconnection due to the switch or some component. This shows the symbolic diagram. This is a symbol for the battery or the cell. This is the symbol for the lamp, and this is called switch. When the switch is open, the circuit is called open circuit. When the switch is closed, the circuit is called closed circuit. Fine. As I'm taking one example, when you switch on the light of your room, when you press the button, it means that you closed the circuit. Because of that closed circuit, the light will glow, the bulb will glow. And when you switch off the button, it means that it disconnect the circuit and the switch is off, bulb is off. So this is how the open and closed circuits are working. These are some more examples of the circuits. This is again the example of open circuit. Open circuit, why open circuit? Because switch is open. This is lamp. When switch is open, the lamp will not glow. When I close this switch, the lamp will glow. This shows a symbol of battery. The smaller bar is negative, the longer bar is positive. We are having plus minus, positive negative terminals of the battery. And this diagram shows the some more components. Ammeter. Ammeter is used for measuring the current readings. Amperes में measure करता है. And voltmeter measures the voltage in volts, and ammeter is always connecting in series, and voltmeter is always connected in parallel. Fine. And another, this is again the cell, and this is the switch. These are the components. जो arrows है, these are arrows shows the flow of the current in the circuit. And positive negative terminals, this shows the which is the positive terminal of the ammeter and which is the negative terminal. And some more symbols in the lower diagram. Here, this is a symbol for the battery. When we are having more than one symbols, then it is called battery. As here, this is battery, and here this is cell. When I am having only one symbol, then it is called cell. When we are having more combinations, then it is called battery. Then this is switch, ammeter, lamp, voltmeter, motor, resistor, variable resistor. Variable resistor means whose resistance is varied. There is one knob on the variable resistor by which we can vary the resistance. These are some more components. The right side of each image, these are the components which are available in the market, and on the left hand side you are having the uh, symbols of that components. As this is the capacitor, this is unpolarized, whose positive negative is not mentioned. This is polarized, which we are having positive negative terminals. This is a symbol for diode. This is LED. This is the LED. LED you have seen at your homes also during the Diwali festival. This is optocoupler, photoresistors, then potentiometer. This is a symbol for potentiometer. The best example of the potentiometer is the regulator of your fans. When you increase the speed, you rotate the button of your fans. That is called the potentiometer or the regulator, which varies the resistance, and according to that the speed of the fan increases or decreases. Then relays, resistances, transistors, switches, stepper motors. These all are means we are having more components, but these are some commonly used components. Then some more symbols. These are the symbols of resistor, variable resistor, potentiometer, light dependent resistor, switch, transistors. You are having two type of transistors, PNP and NPN. In PNP, the arrowhead, this arrow is inwards, and in NPN, this arrow is outwards. Relay, polarized capacitor, non-polarized capacitor, batteries, diodes, light emitting diodes. There are some more symbols. These are the alternating current, direct current, earth, inductors, capacitors, resistors, and transformers. Why I'm telling you all these symbols? Because all these symbols are used in your electric circuits. When you have to understand any circuit, you must know the symbols of that circuit. Sometimes you are having the circuit of transistor. If you recognize, yeah, this is the transistor, then only you can study that circuit. These are some more components. These are the components which are available in the market: capacitors, inductors, transistors, diodes. And these are the symbols: symbol of capacitor, inductor, diode, transistor. And these are the different designs of the components. Means capacitor can be of this type, this type, this type. If you are present in the lab, then we will show you all different type of capacitors, different type of inductors. But here I am showing all these things you on the um, PPT. Clear? Then this is the symbol of the resistor, in which we read the value of the resistance by color coding. So next one is this color resistance. How to read the value of the resistance? We are having the different color bars on the resistances, and from these color bands we can read the value of the resistances. As here we are having the brown color, black color, then orange colors, or the red color, then this golden color. Fine. So we are having a table according to which we find out the value. First of all, how to remember the colors? This is I think you did in the plus 2 also. This is BB Roy. Great Britannia has a very good wife. Fine. This is a way how to remember. B for black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray, white. And these are the tolerances: golden, silver, and none. For gold it is plus minus 5, for silver it is plus minus 10, and for none it is 20%. If no color is there, then it is the 20%. Fine. And first two bands are your digits, and the third one is your multiplier, and fourth is your tolerance. As here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4 bands. Fine. If we are having more than 4 bands, if we are having 5 bands, then in that case we are having 3 digits, 1, 2 and 3 digits, and fourth one is the multiplier and fifth one is the tolerance. So if we read the value of this transistor, brown is 1, black is 0, means it is 10, and red is 100, so 10 raised to power 2, 10 into 10 raised to power 2, it means 10 raised to power 1k का हो गया. ठीक है. This is golden, it is plus minus 5. ठीक है. So this is how we read the value of the resistance. Some more examples. These are some more examples in which we are having again different color codings. This is brown, black, golden, then golden. From that table you can find out the value of this resistance. From again, this is yellow, purple, orange, gold. From the table we can find out the value, and this one. So this is for your practice. You just capture the picture and find out the values of these resistances. And this is another assignment for you, to find out the values of the resistances, that I will share you on the Google Classroom also. I will put you the assignment on the Google Classroom, and you submit that there only. Fine. So this is about the resistances. And as in the we are having two type of circuits, AC and DC. AC means alternating current and DC means direct current. Some circuits are working on AC and some circuits are working on DC. Alternating means we are having the pulsating mode. We are having one cycle positive, one cycle negative. And in the DC, we are having the straight line, straight direct flow. DC means the constant flow. Battery, for example, the battery or the cells, these are the DC circuits. When we are having the alternating source, that they are called AC circuits. Fine. For example, this one is the example of DC circuit in which we are having battery. The current is flowing in one direction. This is a circuit for the alternating. Here, first diagram shows when the pulse is positive, the current is flowing from A to B. When the negative peaks come, the current flows from B to A. So it flows in both the directions. What is the difference between AC and DC? DC is abbreviated as direct current. The current which always flow in one direction in the electric circuit is known as direct current, as shown in figure जैसे पहले दिखाया. Its magnitude is usually constant. AC is abbreviated as alternating current. This current, the current which changes its direction periodically when flows through a electric circuit is known as AC, as shown in the previous picture. Its magnitude changes regularly or irregularly. Then some more parameters, as I have told you about the current, we are having the voltages also. Voltage or the potential difference. What is that? The difference in the electric potential of the two charged bodies is called potential difference. It is the symbol represented by V and its SI unit is volt. Fine. Voltage is the difference between the 2 points. As in the previous diagram, here the difference between A and B is called our voltage drop. Electric current. A continuous flow of the electrons in an electric circuit is called electric current. Its symbol is represented by I and its unit is ampere. Conventional directions of the flow of current. For example, in this circuit, we are having a conductor, and that conductor is connecting to through a battery, DC battery, positive and negative terminals of the battery. The electrons are flowing from A to B, and the means electrons are flowing from this negative terminal. This shows the flow of the electrons, and current is flowing from A to B, opposite to the flow of the electrons. The conventional direction of the flow of the current is from A to B, that is from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal, which is opposite to the flow of the electrons. Okay? If electrons are flowing from B to A, then the current is flowing from A to B. Clear? Then resistance. In the previous slide, I have told you how to read the value of the resistance. But resistance basically which opposes the flow of the current, which opposes the flow of the electrons. Current is what? The electrons. So it opposes the flow of the electrons. It is represented by the symbol ohm, and its unit is ohm. What are the laws of resistance? Resistance is directly proportional to L and inversely proportional to the area of the cross section. Fine. Let's say we are having a some component, conductor here. The length is L and its area is A. Then resistance is R is equals to L. R is directly proportional to L upon A. R is equals to rho L upon A. Rho is what? Rho is a proportionality constant. Proportionality constant is what? The resistivity. Resistivity of the wire or the material. जिस material की हम बात कर रहे हैं उसकी resistivity कितनी है. So the units of the resistivity is ohm meter. It is also called specific resistance. So this is a formula for the resistance, and this is a formula for resistivity. After that, we are having conductance. Conductance is the opposite reciprocal of the resistance. The ease of the flow of the current is called conductance. It is a reciprocal of resistance. It is denoted by G. Its unit is mho or the Siemens. G is equals to 1 upon R. As we are having the resistivity, similarly we are having the conductivity. Conductivity is the reciprocal of resistivity and is called conductivity, and its symbol is mho, and units are mho per meter. Fine. So next is voltage is represented by V or E. Unit is volts. Abbreviation is V. Current I. Unit is ampere or abbreviated by A. Resistance symbol is R. Unit is ohms and abbreviation is this. This circuit shows the flow of the current and how the voltmeter and the ammeters are connecting in a circuit. This diagram represents the relationship between voltage and current also. Um, on the x-axis we are having the voltage, and on y-axis we are having the current, and voltage is directly proportional to I. V is equals to IR. Higher the voltage, higher is the current. Lower is the voltage, lower is the current. So we are having a linear graph of this, or I is equals to V upon R. So that's why we are saying that if the value of resistance is low, the current is high. If the value of resistance is high, the current is low. Then this is some summarizing points of voltage, current and resistance. uh, Hopefully I have covered the things about all the things regarding voltage, current, and resistance, but still I read out some. Hopefully by now you should all